In June 2013, former National Security Agency contractor Edward Snowden released evidence to journalists that the US government, through its various agencies, was engaged in the massive and global-scale collection of data from both its own and foreign citizens via telephone and internet service providers. This was no random act of dissidence, but the carefully planned and executed actions of someone who had become grossly disillusioned with a system that they were a key part of. The data collection programs were authorised pursuant to US statute, including the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance or FISA Act, the USA Patriot Act, and by court order. Neither was it particularly new news that this was occurring. Details of the mass collection of data from US citizens by the NSA had been the subject of news reporting and a book by investigative journalist James Risen published in 2005. Further, a number of NGOs, human rights, labour and media organisations had brought an unsuccessful action before the US Supreme Court in early 2013, seeking a declaration that collection of data under the FISA Act was unconstitutional. That action was unsuccessful as the majority of the court held that claims of widespread surveillance of their communications were purely speculative. Snowden's revelations proved in fact that those fears were well founded. These data collection programs gave rise to concerns in the US regarding violation of the citizens' rights under the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. Snowden's revelations have had widespread impact on a global scale. In a carefully organised sequence of disclosures through journalist Glenn Greenwald and documentary maker Laura Poitras, Snowden revealed that the NSA was engaged, through programs with names like Boundless Informant, in mass-scale collection of user metadata of Americans and non-Americans from telephone and internet providers. In addition, as revealed by the NSA PowerPoint slides, the major US tech companies were involved in the collection of user data. Further, the US was encouraged and assisted in this by its Five Eyes partners, the UK, Australia, New Zealand and Canada. The US was also actively involved in collecting data from its allies and friends, notoriously monitoring the mobile phone of German Chancellor Angela Merkel. This was just the tip of the disclosure iceberg.